I just think that to get the most out of your money is to think about cost per wear, because you know you want to make the most out of your clothing, and if you're going to invest in something you should be wearing it multiple times. We are not like anti outfit repeaters here. I think that's insane. You should be repeating your outfits. Like, if you like your clothes enough you should want to wear them multiple times. So when you think about cost per wear with your outfits, what you're going to be wearing probably the most are your classic pieces and your basics, because again those are going to be what makes your like statement pieces like this crazy top um, get more use. So not only are your classics going to always be there, they'll never go out of style. I talk about trendless items that never go out of style on my TikTok all the time, because I think it's so important. Where trends right now are very ostentatious. They're very statement, maximalism. But it's really, really important to rein that in and think about your lifestyle and think about how these pieces will actually work for your lifestyle. You can't be wearing, well, maybe you can, but like I work a corporate 9 to 5 job and I can't be wearing, um, you know, like a vintage Poochie silk blouse every single day. I need things that will take my wardrobe and make them work better and more kind of like more seamlessly. And then on the weekends, I can pair something a little bit more classic with something a little bit more crazy, and it works well. I have a question. I dress a bit more 60s to 80s vibes and find it hard to think of basics. What do you recommend having as basics? That is such a great question. Um, I do love mod style as well, because I am like super, super into like the mod style, the mod revival right now. And I think a basic and a classic that would work really well for you if you're somebody who really likes the 60s, the 70s, is like a really nice shift dress. Like just kind of like a slip mini dress that kind of hits at like right above the knee. You can pair it with like some go-go boots or even just like some white trainers or something like that. I also think like if you tend to gravitate more towards like 60s and 70s style, is like some flared trousers or some kind of like wide leg jeans. That, in my opinion, like there are so many jean trends happening right now that you really can't go wrong with any kind of style. So I really, really love like flared jeans right now. And if you're somebody who likes 60s and 70s, I also think like a pair of platform shoes, like kind of like any platform shoes. If they're, I'll give you an example, because I thrifted a pair recently. So I don't even know how this happened, but I thrifted this pair of vintage Celine kind of like dad platforms. And I think that those would work really well for that type of aesthetic. But again, like for any, I think anyone, I don't really think that it matters what your aesthetic is, but where did it go? Just finding like a classic piece like this silk Billy the Label top that I talked about a little bit earlier. I think that pieces like this really do work for every aesthetic, um, because they're always going to be there when you need like that extra layer, for example. So like, again, if you really love the 70s and you're wearing flared pants and platforms, but maybe you're going to like an event with like your grandparents or your boss or something, and you need to sort of like dress it up, having something like this is going to just seamlessly fit into your aesthetic. So you're still showcasing your personal style, but you have a classic item like this to always fall back on to make your statement pieces work harder for you. I mean, I also really love the 60s and 70s. Like, I'm really obsessed with like Emilio Pucci vintage. I really love Missoni as well. But again, I find myself pairing my statement pieces with classics. So I think it's really like, yes, Twiggy. Okay, I've been trying to do my makeup sort of like 70s inspired lately, or 60s inspired. I actually did a video about the mod revival on TikTok like 2 weeks ago. And I just find myself really, really inspired by that look. And I think maybe I'll do this next week, because next week I'm talking about accessories. I'll be talking about this little pearl necklace. I actually styled my entire look today around this necklace that I just got in today. I didn't get my whole order in today, so we went with a different theme. Erin, if you're still here, thank you for letting me do that. But next week, I think maybe I'll try to do some like 60s and 70s Twiggy style makeup, because I've been wanting to like draw bottom lashes on my lash, or like under my eyes, since I made that video, because I forget how iconic she was. But I think that's my time, guys. Unless you have any more questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. And I'm always available via DM on Instagram for any questions you might have or other recommendations. I'm so excited for my show next week, because I picked out like literally the cutest accessories. If you haven't checked out the accessories on Verishop, you need to. Like, we're gonna just, before we sign off, let me just put my hair up in this claw clip. Look how fast I did this. I've never seen a claw clip this big, and I have extremely thick hair, so this really is the moment. I mean, are we living? I'm really obsessed with this clip. I didn't think I'd like it this much until I got it and I actually wore it in my hair. It's so comfortable. Like, it is so comfortable. And I love kind of like the little pop. Am I showing it right? Like the little like circle pop that it gives. But yeah, I will be showing this and the claw clip in next week's show. I'm so excited for it. I feel like, I mean, I do talk about fashion a lot, but I very rarely discuss accessories exclusively. But I think you guys all know, like, I love a statement piece, but I also love more like classic, like simple jewelry as well. And I think combining them together makes your whole look. It really does. Like, this is a beautiful dress on its own, but I really think like you can infuse your personal style in the accessories that you choose to wear. So I'm very, very excited for next week's show. I'll be talking about accessories, and you can reach me at Old Loser in Brooklyn on TikTok and Instagram. More than happy to chat more about the Verishop app, more about my favorite brands on this app. Also, check out my collections, because I think I curated some really cute boards for you guys to shop at too. I mean, I have mixed feelings about Pinterest, but I think the Verishop app makes like Pinterest more accessible in a way where you're not like relying necessarily on like copy paste aesthetics, but more looking at the clothes and thinking about how you can infuse them into your own style. So check out my boards. I'm really proud of them. It kind of feels like playing like paper dolls like you did when you were like a kid, which is why I really like making the boards. But yeah, catch me next week. I will be live at 7 p.m. And if you guys have any questions or you just want to chat more, you can always DM me on Instagram. I'm at Old Loser in Brooklyn. Okay, bye.